Hello friends, today we are going to discuss epicyclic compound epicyclic gear trend, sun and planet gears. So see here, compound epicyclic gear trend and sun and planet gears. A compound epicyclic gear trend is shown in figure. This is what a figure of compound epicyclic gear trend. Okay, so see here, this is what the direct figure. Okay, the working diagram will be there. Okay, working model will be there. Okay, sun and planet gears. Okay, so see here, this is what oil collector will be here. Okay, next is what speed change shift axis is there. Next is what bearing housing output belt pulley. Here is what bearing housing. Next is what dog clutch. Slide dog clutch will be there. This is what a gear arrangement. Okay, this output sun gear. Here is what, this is nothing but what the output sun gear, and this is what a motor flange, and this is what input sun gear. This is what a total sun and planetary gear. This is what a model. Okay, or prototype of the sun and planet gear. Uh, it consists of two coaxial shafts S1 and S2, and annulus gear A, which is fixed, the compound gear or planet gear BC, the sun gear D and arm H. So see here, this is what a sun, that is what a sun gear or planet gear is what BC, and the sun gear is D. Okay, the next figure we will see the coaxial shaft is S1 and S2. These are the two coaxial shafts, and annulus gear A, which is fixed. The annulus gear will be there, which is fixed. The compound gear is what BC. BC is what compound, or we can also say this sort of planet gear, and the sun gear D, and the arm H will be there. The annulus gear has internal teeth, and compound gear is carried by arm and revolves freely on a pin of the arm edge. The annulus gear has internal teeth. The annulus gear, sort of, we can also say this sort of internal gear. The annulus gear has the internal teeth, and the compound gear is carried by the arm. The compound gear is carried by what? Arm. This is what rotates by arm. Okay, and revolves freely on a pin of the arm edge. It revolves freely on the pin of arm edge. Okay, so the sun gear is coaxial with the annulus gear. The sun gear is what? Coaxial with the annulus gear and the arm, but independent of the them. That means sun gear is also coaxial, but this is what the independent. Okay, the annulus gear A meshes with the gear B, and the sun gear D meshes with the gear C. So here CD will be the what? Compound gear. Okay, so what they stated here, the annulus gear A, the annulus gear is nothing but internal gear will be there. Okay, meshes with the gear B. That means annulus gear A meshes with B, and the sun gear D meshes with gear C. So gear D meshes with the gear C. It may be noted that when the annulus gear is fixed, the sun gear provides the drive, and when the sun gear is fixed, the annulus gear provides the drive. In both cases, the arm acts as a follower. That means the arm is acted as a follower in both cases. And in first case is what? Annulus gear is fixed. That means the annulus gear is fixed. The sun gear provides the drive. Okay. And in second case, the sun gear is fixed. The annulus gear provides the drive. And in this both the case, what? The arm acts as a follower. That is what the important note will be there. The gear at the center is called the sun gear, and the gears whose axis move are parallel are called planet gear. That means the sun gear is what? Mounted at the center. Okay, and around gear will be there. This sort of planet gear. This sort of planet gear. That means the center gear is what? Sun gear, and gears whose axis move are called planet gear. So this figure I explained whatever uh, in previous one. Okay, so this is what a figure. Okay, so see here, this is what S1 and S2. These are two things will be there. Okay, this is what gear B. Okay, next is this what arm H. Okay, so see here, this is what figure. The sun gear D will be here. This is what the sun gear D. The sun gear D meshes with what is gear C. This is what a gear C. Okay, so the gear C meshes with this gear D. Okay, now this annulus gear will be there. This annulus gear meshes with this gear. Okay, and this gear meshes with this S1 and S2 will be there. Okay, S1, the compound gear, this BC will be the compound gear, A will be the annulus gear. Okay, this is what internal gear. So see here, this side view will be seen here. Okay, this whole gear is a gear, annulus gear A will be here. Okay, then now next is what, this gear B meshes with this gear A. Okay, first thing is that. Okay, so here gear B and gear C are compound, so this actually are coaxial. This gear B drives this gear D. Okay, because it's D and C meshes. Okay, now next is what, this arm H will be there. This figure shows the compound epicyclic gear train. This is the actual figure, and this is cross-sectional figure. In this cross-sectional figure, we seen the exact pictorial presentation of this sun and planet gear. Let's see here. TA, TB, TC, and TD be the teeth of A, NA, NB, and we can say here TA, TB, TC, and TD be the teeth. Okay, that means the gear A having the teeth, that is what TA, gear B having the teeth, that is TB, gear C having teeth, that is TC, and here is what TD be the teeth, and NA, NB, NC, and ND be the speeds for the gears A, B, C, D respectively. That means this sort of number of teeth and number of that is what speed of the gears respectively A, B, C, D. A little consideration will show that when the arm is fixed and sun gear D turn anti-clockwise, then the compound gear BC and the annulus gear A will rotate in clockwise direction. That means, see here, when the what arm is fixed, suppose this arm is fixed. Okay, so and the gear D, sun gear, this sun gear is what rotates in anti-clockwise direction, that means in positive sense, then compound gear, so what, who meshes with this D, this C. Okay, C rotates in anti-clockwise in clockwise direction. Obviously what, this B also rotates in clockwise direction, and A is what, internal gear, this annular gear, so that will rotate in same direction, that is what as it is what, gear B. The motion of rotation of various elements are shown in table below. This is what table of motion. Okay, so in the table of motion, we know that the conditions, okay, number of steps are 4. Okay, conditions are the same. Okay, now see here, and now we have to find out the revolution of element. There are the 4 elements. Okay, that what, first is what, arm. Okay, next is what, gear D. Okay, next is what, compound gear BC, and next is what, gear A. Okay, so see here, we have to find out, first thing is what, arm H. Okay, next one is what, arm gear D. Okay, now gear D meshes with this gear C. Okay, so gear C and gear B was compound, so we have the motion will be the same, and next is what, the motion of this gear A. Okay, the first thing is that arm fixed, gear D rotates through +1 revolution. The arm is what, fixed, and gear D rotates through +1 revolution. So see here, this arm is fixed. Okay, so let's put here 0. This gear D rotates +1 revolution, that means anti-clockwise direction, +1 will be there. Okay, now compound gear BC, now compound gear BC is what, minus TD by TC. Okay, next is what, gear A, minus TD by TC into TA by TB. So see here, minus TD by, we have to find out the speed. Okay, speed of this gear BC, so speed of gear of BC means what, minus TD by TC. Now next is what, gear A, now gear is nothing but minus TD by TC into minus TB by TA. Okay, this is what the gear A. Okay, next condition is what, arm fixed, gear D rotates to plus X revolution. So multiply by this row number 1, multiply this row number 1 by X. Okay, multiply by this row number X, row number 1 by X. Okay, so see here, 0 into X, 0, plus 1 into X, X. Okay, next minus TD divided by TC into X, that is what, minus X into TD by TC. Now next is what, this minus TD divided by TC into TB by TA into X. So minus X into TD divided by TC into TB by TA. Okay. Now next third row is what? Add plus Y revolutions to all elements, that will plus Y plus Y plus Y plus Y. Okay. Now add this plus Y to this row number 2. Okay. So what we got here, total motion. So 0 plus Y plus Y, X plus Y, here X plus Y will be there. Now minus X into TD divided by TC plus Y. So what we get here, Y minus X into TD divided by TC, and here is what, Y minus X into TD divided by TC into TB divided by TA. This is what the total motion of the all elements. So this last row indicates that total motion of respective elements. That means plus Y is what, total motion of this R. X plus Y, this is what the total motion of this gear D. Y minus X into TD divided by TC, this is what the total motion of the compound gear BC. And here is what, Y minus X into TD divided by TC into TB divided by TA. This is what the total motion of this gear A. Here important note will be there. If the annulus gear A is rotated through one revolution anti-clockwise with arm fixed, that is what, if the annulus gear A rotated through one revolution anti-clockwise with arm fixed, then the compound gear rotates TA divided by TB revolution in the same sense. Okay, and the sun gear D rotates through TA divided by TC into TC divided by TB revolution in clockwise direction. This is what the case will be there. That means annulus gear is rotated in anti-clockwise direction, then what, compound gear is also rotated in same direction, but gear D rotates in opposite sense. Okay, so this is what the sun and planet gear. Okay, we will solve the problem related to the sun and planet gear. So this is what the problem statement. An epicyclic gear consists of 3 gears A, B, C. Okay, as shown in figure. The gear A has, so gear A has the 72 internal teeth and gear C has 32 internal teeth. The gear B meshes with both A and C and is carried arm EF, which is rotated in the center of A at 18 rpm. If the gear is fixed, determine the speed of gear B and C. Okay, in this problem what they are given, okay, I have not included figure here, so assume the figure. Okay, or next thing, while providing this PPT I will mention the figure. Okay, so what is the figure? Epicyclic gear train consists of 3 gears A, B and C gear will be there. Okay, the gear A has 72 internal teeth, that means gear A is what, annulus gear or annular gear. Okay, and the gear C has 32 external teeth. The gear B meshes with both A and C, that means the gear what, B meshes with both A and C. Okay, carried an arm EF, there is arm EF will be there, which rotates about the center of A. Okay, next at 18 rpm. If the gear A is fixed, determine the speed of gear B and C. So first thing is that write down whatever data is given. The data is what, TA is equal to what, 72, TC is equal to what, 32, and speed of arm EF is what, 18 rpm. Considering the relative motion of rotation as shown in table. So see, first thing is that write down, or first thing is that find out the revolutions of element. Okay, now steps, there are the 4 steps. Step 1, 2, 3, 4. Condition of motion. First thing is that the arm fixed, gear C rotates to plus 1 revolution. Okay, that is what, plus 1 revolution is what, anti-clockwise direction. Then number of elements, that is what, arm EF is there, arm gear C, gear B and gear A will be there. Okay, so arm is what, fixed, so 0 will be there. This gear C rotates plus 1 revolution, plus 1 will be there. Gear B, that is what, minus TC by TB, and gear A, that is minus TC by TB into TB by TA. Okay, so BB will get cancelled here, so what remains here, minus TC by TA. Okay, now next thing is what, arm fixed, gear C rotates to plus X revolution, that means arm is what, we have to multiply the equation row number 1 by X. So 0 into X 0, plus 1 into X plus X, minus X into TC by TB, and minus X into TC by TA. Okay, now add plus Y revolution to all elements, plus Y plus Y plus Y will be there. Okay, now the add this plus Y into row number 2. So row number 2 is 0, 0 plus Y plus Y. 0 plus x plus y, x plus y, minus x into tc by tb plus y, so minus x into y minus x into tc by tb. Next is what y plus sorry, minus x into tc by tb plus y, so what comes here, y minus x into tc by tb. This is what the motion table of motion. Okay, now this last row, this fourth row shows the total motion of the respective element. That means plus y is what, total speed motion of this arm is ef. Okay, x plus y, this is what total motion of this gear c. Y minus x into tc by tb is total motion of this gear b. Okay, and this y minus x into tc by ta is equal to total motion of this gear a. Now speed of gear C, we know that the speed of the arm is 18 rpm, therefore y is equal to what, 18 rpm, and the gear is fixed, therefore this is what a figure. Okay, this is what the annulus gear A will be here. Okay, now next is what, gear, this what, arm is what, ef is here, this is what a gear C, and this is what a gear B. This gear C meshes with this gear B, this gear B meshes with this another gear A. So what is the arm A is fixed, therefore we have to find out the speed of this gear C. So simply formula will be the y minus x into tc divided by ta is equal to 0. Okay, this is what a gear A. Okay, or 18 y, we know that the speed of this y, that is what arm, 18 minus x into 32 divided by 70, 32 divided by 72 is equal to 0. So what we get here, x is equal to 18 into 72 divided by 32. So directly we got here value, x is equal to what, 40.5. So speed of gear C is equal to what, x plus y is equal to what, 40.5 plus 18. So we got here speed of C is what, 58.5 rpm. So this is what, plus the sign will be the plus, so that means the 58.5 rpm in the direction of the arm, that is what the anti-clockwise. Okay, now speed of gear B, let dA, dB, dc and dd, okay, the p circles diameters of a, b, c respectively. Okay, therefore the from geometry, dB is equal to what, dB plus dc by 2 is equal to dA by 2, or 2 dB plus dc is equal to dA. If you see the geometry, okay, okay, this is what dc. Okay, this dc is nothing but what, doubles of this dB. Okay, so total this dA is what, this dA is equal to what, dc plus dB, and again 1 dB will be here, another one gear will be there, that means this dc plus twice dB is equal to what, this dA. From the geometry we can directly see here 2 times dB plus dc is equal to dA. That means instead of this d we can write here what, t. So 2 times tb plus dc is equal to ta. So 2 tb plus 32 is equal to 72. Okay, so we can directly see here tb is equal to what, 20. Okay, since the number of teeth are proportional to their piece circle diameters, therefore the speed of gear B is equal to y minus x into tc by tb. Therefore we have the value of y put here, that is what, 18, minus we have the value of x, that is 40.5. next is tc is equal to 32 and tb is equal to 20. So we directly got here minus 46.8 rpm. That means 46.8 rpm in opposite direction of arm, that means it is what, clockwise direction. The problem is solved.